I'm going to talk on something that happens every day. Not every day, but you get what I mean. People who run away from cops on bikes. I got a real question for y'all guys. All right. So I came across this video and it made me really think, like, what was going on here when most people run away on bikes. Is it that, one, you have a warrant, two, you've ran before, three, you just don't want to deal with the cops, four, you're fucking stupid, five, you're extra stupid, because I really don't get these kind of circumstances. Here, I'll show you the video I'm talking about. And there's a lot of people in the comments of this video saying to people who are bootlickers, saying he's an idiot for running away. The cops had no reason to stop him. Probably true, but also wrong doesn't fix stupidity. I really don't get it. Like, you know, like I used to drive a bike, but it was only for like a week because it was a piece of shit bike that was falling apart, and I got it effectively handed down to me, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. It was, I could pull it up here, hold on. Excuse me, I had an old beat up CB 650. Yeah, this looks like it. I would show photos, but I also lost all photos. If I happen to find photos, I'm gonna ask a couple people to see if they have them. I'll put them up on screen right now. Really nice bike. Really felt great. Like, the body itself was really clean, but I also didn't have the money. I was fucking senior in high school at that time, so it was just like, you know, I didn't really have money for shit. Like, I just had whatever I saved for my part-time, but it really wasn't that much, to be honest. I, for one, was always nervous because, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have anything to drive that with when I was driving it, I'll admit. But I never got stopped for it, and thankfully, you know, I understand that was stupid, but that was just me. I'm not advising, I'm not saying I indulge in it. I am more so saying that was stupid of me, but I wasn't stupid to the point where I would get pulled over and then run. So I'm not saying I fully understand, like, you know, bike people, but I understand the appeal of it. I understand why they're fun. I understand exactly why people really enjoy them and get really attached to them, because there is this connection you get when you're fucking hauling ass. In this case, this thing struggled to haul shit. I felt like 70 was fast on this shit because of how heavy it was. You know, there's a very nice connection that goes on when you're riding it, and you feel like it's free. It's almost like, it almost feels like you're free. Like, you just start flying. You're gonna pull up a little bit, take off, and the next thing you know, wheelie up, tree, wrap around. That's it. You're at God. He's laughing right at you. It's over, kind of deal. But no, like, I get the appeal of bikes. I don't get the idiots that run for no reason too. Like, I'm gonna say in this video, okay, I'm gonna say this guy, for the sake of the video I showed you guys, this guy had no reason to run. Like, let's just say that he's clean slate, good guy. He got no reason. Like, he ain't a felon. He's never had any priors. It's just, this is his first time. Is it, like, if this is just the circumstance where you just ran because you wanted to run, it's like, it makes no sense. I don't understand why you would run. I don't understand why you risk all that. And a lot of departments don't chase bikes. They just put out warrants or, like, bolos. And that obviously that's a lot more safe than having to chase a bike that can go infinitely fast. Well, not infinitely faster, but accelerate infinitely more as compared to a cruiser that a cop's using. Chasers maybe have a chance, but even then, chasers are like, we're talking like state patrol and all that, are mainly gonna have chasers for most police departments, or not state patrol, but like the police departments will have a dedicated chase patrol unit that will either work in tandem with state patrol or highway patrol and all sorts, but that's its own thing. And even then, it's extremely dangerous to chase after bikes. Very dangerous, that most departments aren't willing to do that because it's just that much of a fucking risk. And even people running away on bikes is a fucking huge risk to begin with, because we're talking like, hey, if the chance the police start chasing you, there are so many things that could go wrong within a split second. And yes, that's just using bikes in general. I get that bikes themselves are extremely dangerous, but also they're extremely dangerous to stupid people. That's how I was told, you know. Like, if you're gonna ride a bike stupid, you're gonna, you know, you'll kind of get what you deserve eventually. If you ride a bike, safe and fun, like, there's nothing saying you can't have fun with it. It's just don't be stupid with it. Like, you know, and also how I was never confident with riding that bike. Mind you, I only had it for like a week or two that it was working, and then just one day it stopped working. I'm like, I'm fucking sick and tired of this shit. Um, I wasn't too confident with weaving in and out of traffic and how some people haul ass through traffic. So I can only imagine doing that and running. And it's, this isn't obviously the only person who ever has ran in the history of ever. The people who like try to sing these guys' praises, they're like, oh, well, they weren't doing anything wrong. Okay. If they weren't, cops immediately rolled up on you. And I have a feeling it's because he might have a prior with them on running or other shit like that. Also, just acting that way, just when a cop's right in front of you is the stupidest shit ever. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if those cops were acting like dickhead, like, I would say those cops handled it nicely. But if those cops wanted to be assholes, say it was like an older guy who's a year away from retiring as a cop, he's just looking for an excuse to quit right now. Like, that motherfucker probably would have yanked him off his shit, probably mishandlement of force and all, or unequivocal force, whatever the fuck it is. It would use excessive force. He would probably use excessive force to rip you off that bike. And not saying that it's within his right. I'm just saying, like, it's just like, yo, like, you're gonna be fucking stupid doing that kind of shit when a cop is right up on you. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I was like an old grumpy old man cop, yeah, I would have ripped his ass off the bike. Cause like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And then God forbid, that he clips that cop. Now, not only do you have a felony warrant out for your arrest or a bolo out for you because you ran from the cops, that is also on top of the fact that they're going to say, hey, vehicular assault, or they could spin it however they want. If that bike actually clipped any of those cops, they could just be like, oh, that's attempted vehicular manslaughter. Well, it's not, but they could try because you fucking hit a cop with your fucking car. I posted the Here's the thing. This video wouldn't exist, trash talking this dude, if he did not post the video. If he did not post this video, I wouldn't be shit talking because I just saw this. I'm like, yo, this guy is really stupid. I would not be talking about this otherwise because this video is just like, yo, this guy's a fucking moron. But this guy is so cocky and so confident and so convoluted in his own stupid little head and thinks, yeah, this is cool, that he posted the video of him running from cops. And nobody, I can guarantee you nobody would fucking be like, yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, fuck those pigs. Like, dude. And the people who are saying that kind of shit, if there are those kind of people, are probably in this guy's clique. Because why the fuck would you run? There's nothing in my head that makes sense about this kind of stuff because it really is just stupid. Like, there's nowhere in my head does any of this make sense. Nowhere in my head does any of this, like, okay, maybe I can understand. And even if you have, like, a pestering fear of cops, there is no part that makes sense about this. Like, it almost angers me because it's pure idiocracy and just fucking, it also paints a bad picture for people who are law-abiding bike riders. Like, say, I would like to get a bike, but I also wouldn't want like the super fucking fat. I liked my Honda bike. My CB was really fucking nice. She drove nice, looked nice. She just was nice. Like, I wouldn't really want like a crazy fucking whatever ninja fucking hyper Kawasaki fucking bikes there are now. I don't fucking care, man. I just want my nice cruiser. And not like the Harley Cruiser. I want my Honda Cruiser. My Honda Cruiser is nice and fun. That shit was super nice to ride. Super cozy to ride, and then just decided to explode one day. So that's the only unfortunate part. But what comes with that is that, there's always a stigma with officers who are just like, so who's your buddy? And time again, there's videos of every single interaction like those. They're really common. People who actually are just good riders and just like, responsible riders with motorcycles, and they get pulled over constantly because somebody ran in an area, and they're like, oh, who's your buddy? Who's your buddy? Who's your buddy? Oh, so you want the ticket? Oh, so you want to go down with him? Oh, so you want to take the blame? It's like, no, motherfucker. So it's like these kind of retards ruin it for fucking everybody else because they want to be stupid and think it's really cool to do this shit when people who just genuinely are riding get like the fucking nail pressed into their fucking eyes because people who do this kind of shit fuck over everybody else who's not doing that stupid shit, you know? It's just it's again, this is like the stupidest shit, and I feel like there's no way you can kind of like I would like to think this is a mutually agreed upon thing. I'm more so making this video just because I wanted to bash this fucking idiot. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just like the coolest fucking thing ever. Maybe my lens is so cracked. I'm like, you know, I'm fucking off my wazoo. But, you know, don't fucking do this. Just please. I want to get a bike again soon, so I would like to be able to not be shot by cops as I take a corner at going 15 miles an hour, and they say I was going 120 in a 10 with children present. I would like to not be stigmatized when I get my bike eventually. I actually have right. So there's a window actually. So funny, I actually have a place I'll put my bike. So there's a window right here, right? There's a window. There's a window right there, and there's a slack shed, which is just like a leaning shed kind of deal. I'd put my bike there. So I want to put my bike behind my camera, so please don't fuck it up for me. Stop running from cops, please. Bye-bye. Deuces.